psalm for today, your reassuring voice that Jesus is Lord. Shout out to everybody watching as you awaken and face the day. People in Europe, people in that far side from here. Also, those of you that are watching as you prepare for sleep. This originally started as a way to tell people good night. I was walking the other day I was doing cardio at the gym, and I saw on the television that there's a TikTok trend called Good Night Bro. Well, Good Night Bro is 3 words. Well, I didn't have that idea, but I had the idea, as I thought years ago, or several years ago, about my mom. My sister would go and see her every day. My sister has been the best caregiver, so to speak, or best daughter to a mom that you could imagine. But even then, my mom would be alone 23 hours a day, let's say. And I thought, people like that could always use somebody saying, good night, time to sleep, we love you, have a great night. And that was the original kind of impetus of this. Also, people that couldn't sleep following a natural disaster, an earthquake. So, nonetheless, God bless those of you that are awaking and going to sleep. And then for all of you that are not asleep but wish you were, this one's for you too. And those of you that are working the night shift, those of you that are on hour 20 of your work, and you're listening in the background, God bless you. Love y'all. We are thinking this week about Psalms and their guidance for us in relationship to the poor. And we'll get into more detail perhaps on how difficult it is to define the poor, maybe tomorrow. But today it is interesting that we are to defend the poor, we are to maintain their rights, we are to rescue, and we are to deliver. Those are the 4 action words in that section of Psalm 82. Defend, we spoke about that yesterday, to defend. Rescue, or maintain, deliver. Let's do rescue. It's so important for us to not turn a non-listening ear to those who need rescued. If you're older, like me, I'm not old, but I'm older, you know the song, Rescue the Perishing, Care for the Dying. Jesus is merciful, Jesus will save. Part of our ministry is to rescue the perishing. When I was in Barrow as a child, I think I learned the song, Throw Out the Lifeline, Someone is Drifting Today. Throw out the lifeline. Brothers and sisters, this is one of the reasons I hate closed churches. It drives me crazy to have a church closed. Because when we lock up and close, it's like nobody needs a lifeline. I know we can't be open 24 hours a day, or can we? But nonetheless, if I had my way, every church would have service 24 hours a day, because somebody walking down that street, driving by that building, driving by your house and my house, somebody needs a lifeline. Someone needs to be rescued. In the case of Psalm 82, Asaph has God speaking to the judges, and the judges are to do these things on behalf of God. Defend the poor, rescue, maintain the rights, and deliver. Rescue. If we don't have a keen ear, we aren't aware of people that need rescuing. And this is always unpopular, but that popularity has never been my goal in relationship to what God has to say to his world today. Brothers and sisters, the easiest class of humanity that needs rescued, not the easiest to identify class of people who need to be rescued, are the unborn. It's it's hard to define poverty, economic poverty, access to opportunity poverty, many kinds of poverty. But there's a certain class of people that need to be rescued. And during COVID, I took a strong stand against any vaccine that was tested on DNA from unborn, let's say, and then terminated. I took a very strong stand against that. And I am as strong against it now as I was then. But I don't have a church to lead, and so many people are thankful for that. But I have this feeling that if you and I aren't careful, we will stand before God someday, and He will say, did you rescue those who needed rescued? Did you do anything to rescue? And hey, I'm in the Phoenix area, and I heard years ago about gentleman that came to Pastor Tommy Barnett, if I remember correctly, and said, we need to do something about these women, teenagers in particular, with unwanted pregnancies, because it dawned on me that they would rather abort their child than to be pushed out of our circle of love. And we need to include everyone in our circle of love. I'm making up a story that I heard like 35 years ago, so I might have it a little wrong, but the point is right. Pastor Barnett said, well, start a ministry for that and emphasize that in your life. And some huge number of women were ministered to and lives saved because this gentleman and his wife began to find ways to not exclude people from their circle of love. So brothers and sisters, rescue might be as simple as helping a woman who's pregnant. It might be as simple as helping a family with their pregnancy. It might be as simple as saying, you won't be alone in this process. Nonetheless, that is the easiest category, that is the easiest genre of humanity that is clearly in need of being rescued. And so this might be blocked on the social media channels, so be it. I'll have a clean conscience of saying, Lord, I did my part to try to say defend and rescue. It's also important for us to have eyes of discernment. A song said, people need the Lord. Every day they pass me by, I can see it in their eyes, lonely people headed who knows where. The skill is to see it in their eyes. The need is to be able to see it in their eyes. I'm a little troubled at the moment, actually, because our handyman that helped us put in a dishwasher and helped us change the locks and stuff I'm not good at, his son took his own life about a month ago, or maybe 6 weeks ago, and it moved me. Well, our handyman was to come today and help us begin the process of putting in new tile in my mother-in-law Betty's bathroom, and he didn't come. And in the back of my mind is, Lord, I pray that he didn't succumb to the depression of his son. I pray that he's well. I pray there was no accident. No communication, he just didn't come, which is very unusual for him. But the point is, if we defend and we rescue and we maintain and we deliver, we have an eye to see what's going on in the heart as we look into the eyes or the posture, the tone of voice, etc. So brothers and sisters, as we take a look at Psalm 82, and this is NIV, by the way, where we see that we are to defend, we are to maintain the rights, we are to rescue, and we are to deliver. When we see these things, We can't sit idly by. We can't plug our ears to the sounds of humanity. And Anthony Campolo said he was at a restaurant, I think it was in Haiti, and the hungry kids were looking through the restaurant window and just staring at his food, and they were so hungry. He said it was a clear, hungry moment. And he said, the waiter said, "Oh, they're always looking in." And he said they pulled down the blinds so the kids couldn't see the food. And Anthony Campolo said, that's what Americans have been doing for years. When we see something that demonstrates the need of humanity on television, we switch the channel or we swipe our phone to the next thing, because somehow it's very difficult for us to embrace the fact that part of what God has called us to do is not to run out of the troubled world, but to run in to the troubled world and to make a move toward the need, not away from the need. And so, brothers and sisters, we thank God for the opportunities to defend, to maintain the rights, to rescue, and deliver. Find somebody whose eyes tell you today, I need someone to love me just a little bit, and share and rescue and maintain and deliver and defend. God bless.